Okay, hear me out. It started with this tiny little pain in my chest. Like, not even a big deal. It came, it went. You know the kind. You stretch a little too hard while reaching for the TV remote, and suddenly you're like, is this it? Is this how I go? So, obviously, I did what any completely rational adult would do. I Googled it, and Google was like, heart attack, cancer, lung failure, sudden death in 2 to 5 business days. Now, my brain, which was already balancing on a paper-thin ledge called Maybe It's Gas, immediately jumped off that ledge and swan-dived straight into existential doom. I mean, I was fine 10 minutes ago, and now I'm pacing around the room like I'm being hunted by the Grim Reaper himself. My heart? Oh, it heard the word attack and said, "Let's practice." Bam, 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 pounding like someone just hit play on a drum and bass track inside my chest. I tried to sit down. Nope. Lay down. Nope. Drink water. Nope. I even tried talking to my heart. Hey, buddy, let's not die today, all right? And it responded with, maybe, maybe not. The worst part? I couldn't decide if I should call a doctor, an ex, or my mom. And for a second, I actually considered making a will on Google Docs. That's how deep the spiral went. It hit different. This wasn't just overthinking. This was full-on body betrayal. I was just sitting there, doing nothing, just looking at Google for what it could be, and suddenly my heart's racing like I just ran from a tiger I didn't even see. No warning, no buildup, just panic. Raw, out of nowhere. And I remember thinking, what is happening to me? Like, is this a panic attack? What even is that? I'd heard the term before, but I thought that's something that happens to other people, not me, not like this. I call my friend, or maybe my mom, or my cousin. I don't even remember. I'm just dialing someone, anyone, someone who sounds alive. My voice is shaky. I'm trying not to let it crack, but it's already broken. They pick up. I say, "Hey, something's wrong. I don't know what's happening, but I need help." And they say, "Okay, breathe. I'm coming. I'll be there in 15 minutes. That call felt like a lifeline, like I was dangling off a mental cliff, and they threw me a rope woven out of their voice. And while I waited, I sat by the door. Just sat, like a pet waiting for its human to come home. Because I thought if I moved, if I stood up, if I blinked wrong, my heart might explode. And then, nothing. The heart stopped pounding. The world didn't end. The pain dissolved like it was never there. And I just sat there in silence, confused, sweaty, weirdly calm, but also completely shaken. My friend arrived, and I just looked at them like, what the hell was that? And they said something casual, like, sounds like a panic attack. And I laughed. Because what else do you do when someone tells you your own brain just staged a coup against your body? But inside, I was spiraling again. What if it comes back? What if this is my new normal? What if next time I'm alone? What if it happens in public? What if next time it's not a false alarm? You try to act okay, but your brain's like a suspicious cat now, constantly watching your heartbeat, waiting to pounce. You live in this echo of what if, and that echo is louder than the panic itself. And then it hit me. Not the pain, not the panic, but the after. I wasn't the same person I was 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago, I was chilling, mindlessly scrolling through my phone. Now, I was sitting on the floor, heart back to normal, but mind absolutely blown. Like, how did I go from maybe it's muscle strain to goodbye cruel world in less than 5 minutes? And the weirdest part? My body felt fine now, but my brain? It felt like it had just survived a car crash, with no actual car and no actual crash, just pure cortisol and imagination. I realized this wasn't just a bad moment. This was something bigger. This was a reset. The kind of thing that shakes your confidence in your own body, where you suddenly don't trust silence anymore because you know what can come out of it, where every tiny twitch now feels like a possible sequel. I wasn't being dramatic. I had just met something I didn't even know how to name. Panic attack. 3 syllables, one very rude introduction. I mean, how do you explain that your body turned into a riot squad while you were literally sitting on the couch doing nothing? I kept thinking, will it happen again? Will it come back when I'm at work? In traffic? During someone's wedding toast? My brain was playing 4D chess with fear and inventing scenarios I hadn't even lived through yet. It's wild, right? One moment, you're Googling chest pain. Next moment, you're Googling how to stop thinking about chest pain. So yeah, something changed that day. Not just my heart rate, not just my browser history. Me. I changed.